on live?
Yeah.
We're on live, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody even knows it. Justin Scoggins is about to fight. There was a bit of a delay with Callen and Schaub getting here. And since
Southwest Airlines.
Yeah, Southwest Airlines. Well, they fly every 15 minutes. It's amazing they get it anywhere at all.
I agree.
But
It's like a bus.
They fly all the time.
they just fucking fly everywhere. Anywhere anybody won't fly, they're like, all right, we're cool. If you've never heard this podcast before, this is what we call a Fight Companion podcast. Scoggins, this kid right here, Justin Scoggins, that's his name, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He's a bad motherfucker. I called one of his fights before, and he is about to fight. The fight is going to start. Mario Yamasaki says, go now. Fight starts now.
Pressure.
Really interesting
Sidekick.
fighter. He fights, he's got like this karate style, but he also throws a lot of traditional martial arts techniques, and he's got a wrestling background, so it's pretty interesting. Oh, he's getting dragged to the ground. Look at this.
Scoggins is the guy with the black shorts.
He's the guy on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dustin Ortiz. Justin Scoggins and Dustin Ortiz.
Dustin came out pressure, man.
Yeah,
Just
big
put
pressure.
it on him right away.
Which is pretty impressive because Scoggins is a good wrestler. If you've never heard this podcast before, this is what we call a Fight Companion podcast. What we do is we watch the fights live. We're watching the fights live. It's 4:15 on the clock right now, if you want to sync up.
Who's dressed up?
Look at
Armbar
this.
son.
Oh,
Armbar
pretty good,
son.
pretty good.
Oh, it's tight.
Very nice. I like how he scooted his hips up there. That was some expert shit.
Oh, sneaky.
We do these podcasts while the fights are going live, and we talk while the fights are happening. And that's what we're doing right now. Dustin Ortiz is on top. Justin Scoggins is on the bottom.
Who came out with Fight Companion? Who came out with that?
I don't know. It just happened.
It just kind of happened.
But it's a good way to call it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, what they do is they watch this and they watch the fights at the same time. If you're doing that, look at he's kind of kneeing him in the face when he's down, which is kind of a sneaky thing you can do, right?
Can you do that?
Yeah, you kind of.
Guys,
he's
done.
It.
He's done.
He got it,
He's
son.
done.
It's gonna pop.
It's
I'm
going
surprised he doesn't
sideways
stop
too.
it.
Look at he's putting his foot in
I'm
between.
surprised he doesn't stop it.
Look at this, putting his foot on there. That's pretty slick.
That's super slick, son.
Slick, but it's hyperextended. Oh, this is so ugly.
Damn, that dude is gangster.
He's so tough that he's not tapping.
Wow,
He got out of that.
That was amazing.
He got out of that, but keep an eye on that arm. That arm might be jackmified.
for sure. Hyperextended at
Another
least.
word.
Yeah, that thing's done, son. That arm, for sure, it's going to suck jerking off with that thing for the next couple of weeks.
You're going to have to play the mystery man. You're going to have to use the left arm, dog. It's going to get really weird.
Well, it was his left arm, wasn't it?
Oh, they still... Well,
Wasn't it?
If he's left-handed, right-handed.
We'd have to go back over it again. I'm pretty sure it was his left arm that he was attacking.
Yeah, you're right.
But Scoggins, very high on this kid. He's only 21, too.
Wow.
And like I said, wrestling background, but real good at karate.
He's out of ATT?
Yeah.
Are these guys 35ers?
125. They're
125.
flyweights. Yeah. These motherfuckers go for days.
Wow.
Cardio is even in their mind.
Yeah.
They don't even think about it.
They should have 25-minute rounds.
Look at that.
25-minute rounds. 3 25-minute rounds.
They're hummingbirds. You know?
Keeping that hand down.
Yeah. Look at this. Scoggins takes his back. Very nice. Good roll by Dustin. Dustin looks like more of a wrestler, and Scoggins has a lot more jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
But look at this. Dustin's not giving up, man. Motherfucker's on his back right now. Ooh, good trip. So we just got back from Vegas, too. Incredible fights, man. What
Amazing
a fucking
fights.
nutty
Crazy.
weekend. Look at this. Ortiz is getting Scoggins back. Scoggins fighting off those hooks. He's going to spin. Look at that. Look at this. He's going to spin. Trying to hit that switch. The cage is in the way. Cage fucks you up a lot of times, huh?
Cage really limits a lot of stuff. It can help you sometimes, especially if you're a ground and pound guy, wrestler ground and pound. It's a dream for you. But as a jiu-jitsu guy, it makes things tougher, I think. You can't shrimp out.
maneuver. Yeah.
Dustin Ortiz is Duke Rufus's guy. Very interesting. That's why he's so
Who is
fucking
Duke
good.
Rufus?
How dare you?
Sorry.
How dare you ever do
It's
a
for the
podcast
fans.
about fighting
It's for the fans. I
and
like
say,
asking
who is
questions
Duke
that a lot of
Rufus?
people don't know.
Oh,
It's too bad we don't have like a whip.
That's what I'm here for.
do you not
If we had
know
like a
that?
whip and they just slap Callen.
How
when
do
he
you not,
says that?
For
stuff.
real, how do you not know who Duke Rufus is?
I don't know.
Oh, look at this. Scoggins drops down for a guillotine. Duke
we had
Rufus
a dodge.
is the brother of Rick Rufus, Rick the Jet Rufus, who was a one of the big PKA karate stars, like one of the most exciting
Best
ones.
ever, yes.
Yeah, amazing
One of
fighter
the
who
best ever.
turned into a Muay Thai fighter after he had some Muay Thai fighters and got fucked up, and then his brother Duke after Rick got fucked up by some Thai fighters. His brother went into Muay Thai himself, and Duke became a Muay Thai world champion, and now he trains Anthony Pettis, Sergio Pettis.
Wow.
He's trained Alan Belcher. He's trained a lot of high-level fighters, and he trains this guy, Dustin Ortiz, too. He was on my podcast last week, 2 weeks ago.
Really
great,
good guy,
great
man.
guy.
Really
The
good guy.
best. Salt of the earth.
Yes.
Couldn't get a nicer person, and super intelligent and really well-read when it comes to fighting. She knows everything about Muay Thai, especially. Just
On TV, a lot of empty seats out there
Yeah.
in the crowd.
Well, this is one of the first fights of the second card of the second day, and they're in a 14,000-seat arena.
Dude, if you're a UFC
lot of
fan,
seats.
if you're a UFC fan, you are just jizzing your pants for this weekend.
Yeah.
Listen, there's no big. Look at me right now. Have you ever seen me this? I've one lazy eye. I'm exhausted.
exhausted.
Just got off the plane, straight to Rogan Studios. Exhausted.
Nowhere to go.
And UFC, what? I mean, it's been UFC 24/7. I'm like CNN of UFC right now.
Well, I was out drinking with Mark Del Grate, Bryan Callen, Brian Stan,
Yep.
my buddy Justin, and we were out until 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. I had to get up at 7.
I didn't
to
realize
catch my
how late
flight.
it was.
Yeah, well, that's Vegas, man. Everybody's at
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning. The place is mobbed.
Yeah. It's
Well, and
not-
also the casinos are set up so you don't realize how late it is.
Yeah.
There's music, the lights.
Dustin with a nice left hook there. Look at this. Boom with the right hand. And then
Taking
boom with the left. Look at this. Boom.
Boom.
Ooh, that was
After 2 days in Vegas, though, I'm good. You can keep it. You can keep it.
I feel
That's
like you're
my
being
thought.
cooked
You
under a
can
lamp.
Keep it.
That's my thoughts exactly. 2 days in Vegas is all you need.
Ugh.
Some dudes love it there, man.
I know. Some
Well,
people.
gamblers.
Look at how Scoggins' style, man. It's really interesting style for a guy who's a good wrestler.
Footwork's interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's all karate.
Yeah.
He's very like Machida-like. Look at that. But he throws a lot of front leg side kicks, almost like point style.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Ortiz is no joke, though, man.
Not at all, man. Just bringing it.
I love that leprechaun beard too.
Oh, bulletproof coffee.
Both guys.
This
yeah.
podcast can get a lot better.
Oh, look at
once
this
I digest
Scoggins
this.
with a beautiful tie up of that. He's like got that right arm hooked, like he's going for a crucifix here. Someone almost got a crucifix this weekend. I forget who it was. Someone rolled into a crucifix. Did the same thing. Tied
it.
up one arm.
One of my faves.
Beautiful.
Drysdale got a rear naked choke first round.
Did he really?
Yep. First fight of the night.
Not surprising. Drysdale's a monster.
All I know is I got to
Complete monster.
hang out with Dan Severn.
The beast.
Yes. He looks. He
His
couldn't
skin's
look
better than anyone's
Couldn't
in
look
this
better.
room, first of all.
56 years old. Couldn't look better.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? Was he drinking fucking raw milk all day and
I don't know.
stuff?
Yeah.
Working on a farm somewhere.
Yeah. He looks like a muscular Freddie Mercury.
He's a great guy, too. He's got some great stories about the old wrestling days, international wrestling. Look at this. Ortiz rolls Dustin over right in front of Rufus. The other thing about having a coach like Duke Rufus is he's such a great guy that, like, he motivates you so much. You want to fight well
you
for
want
him.
to
to
win for him, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's real, man. You know, guys talk
Super
about their
real.
relationships that they have with their trainers like that.
Me and Dwayne were talking about, I had breakfast with Dwayne in Vegas. We were talking about that, him and TJ, how close they are. And
Oh,
he was
yeah.
saying for him it's cool because it's like he's living through TJ. Like he
Mm-hmm.
wished he had himself as a coach when he's coming up. So for TJ, it's cool.
That is interesting. Like, it takes a lifetime to accumulate knowledge, and a lot of times, by the time guys get there, their bodies are worn out.
Yeah, too
It's
worn
crazy
out.
that TJ had no time to bask in the championship. He just go right back into camp.
I don't like that. I
Right
don't
back
like that.
after
I was talking to
Hamburg.
TJ about it. He goes, I'm right back in the camp. I said, already, man? You just won the belt. He goes, yeah, that's what they want, man. I said, all right.
Well, you know, it was supposed to be in Vegas. It was supposed to be August, the late August show was supposed to be in Vegas. And something happened. They decided to move it to Sacramento because it's TJ's hometown.
Good for TJ. man.
Yeah, great for TJ. Terrible for Barao because of the quick turnaround after a KO. That's the only thing that concerns me. I mean,
But why rush it like this?
that's a good question. Barao's camp wanted it. They wanted it right away. They think it was a fluke.
No, homie. A fluke is if you get hit right, like in the
Yeah.
first round, get knocked out. That's a fluke.
Yeah, they don't.
5 rounds of a pure ass whooping is not a fluke.
They think the 5 rounds came about because of the first round.
Because he clipped
Because
him?
he got dropped in the first round. He didn't know where the fuck he was for the rest of the fight.
Oh, wow.
Like, he went into the 5th round, apparently, and he thought it was the 3rd round. He had no idea what was going on.
I get that.
But that speaks to your point about having him fight that early, though. He needs more time off.
Oh, yeah. That's head trauma, man. Well, those Brazilians are tough as nails, man. They want to get
It's almost
that
a
title
default,
back.
though, you know?
Yeah. Dustin Ortiz is strong as fuck, dude. Look at this. Meanwhile,
His
he's
pressure's
all over
insane.
Scoggins.
Unbelievable. It's
And
cardio.
Scoggins is like this kid that has a lot of hype behind him, and justifiably, but I am blown away by Dustin Ortiz.
Bring
And
it.
I mean, just the fact that he got out of that armbar, man. That armbar was fucking
It was his left arm. You're right.
nasty.
I saw on the replay it was his left
Was
arm.
it? Yeah.
You're correct.
So maybe he jerks off lefty. We don't know.
We don't know. Maybe he mix it up.
Could be ambidextrous.
Maybe he just gets a cortisone shot so he could keep eating off.
He's flexible. He might use both his
Just
feet.
addicted to it. Finds a doctor to give him cortisone shots so he can continue this jack off.
I like how he almost got caught in a bad situation there and instinctively shoved that second arm in. Where Scoggins was fishing for the triangle.
Ground and pound's tough, especially if you're a wrestler like this, where you had a wrestling base and you're heavy on the
This
ground
guy
and
on
pound,
that-
like a Mark Munoz. It opens you up for submissions.
What are you saying, Brian?
This guy in the little box here, I saw him leaning against the...
Do you know who that is?
No.
How dare you again?
Yeah, who is
That's Marcus Conan Silveira.
He is such a stud.
That guy's a fucking legend. He was one of the heavyweight champions of Extreme Fighting Championship. He was a part of one of the fights that changed MMA.
Really?
Yeah, because he fought Maurice Smith, and Maurice Smith head kicked him, and
He's
nobody.
from Denver.
Yeah,
Maurice from Denver.
Wow.
nobody. Maurice is from Denver.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Originally?
Yep.
No kidding. He trained out of Seattle, though, right? Mm-hmm. Did most of his. He lives in Seattle now. Ran into Maurice this weekend at the Lion fights.
Really?
Yeah, Muay Thai fights.
How's he look?
Looks great.
Really?
Fucking just fought. He's 50.
He just fought?
Yeah, he won. Head kick.
What?
Yeah.
At 50?
50.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, had a fight.
Who did he fight?
Some guy who shouldn't have been fighting Maurice Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy who needs to work on his technique.
Some guy.
The guy who Maurice Smith beat the shit
But
out of.
tell me about Conan in the fight.
So Conan was a jiu-jitsu black belt, and that was back at the time when everybody thought the jiu-jitsu black belts were like unstoppable. Like if someone was a jiu-jitsu black belt, it was it. You know, you were getting killed. It was like the Hoist Gracie days,
Yeah.
the early days. It was like 93, 94, somewhere around there. And Maurice Smith leg kicked the fuck out of him and then head kicked him. Wow. Yeah, it just kept the fight standing. When he got taken to the ground, used good butterflies, got back up to his feet. Just really never. Maurice's ground game was all about defense, 100% defense. It was all butterflies and defense and endurance. Maurice has crazy, crazy cardio for a heavyweight.
I remember
did.
I remember that fight with Mark Coleman. I remember that so well. Just
all
kept
cardio.
kicking him, going, "What's up? Come on, ground and pound me, Mark. Ground and pound me." Bam.
Mark Coleman, well, that's what he said during the pre-fight. He was like, I'm going to ground and pound the shit out of him. And so I was there, man. I was there live.
Yep.
I interviewed him after the fight. That was back when I was the post-fight interviewer. And Maurice was standing in front of him. He goes, come on, Mark. Ground and pound me. Come on, Mark. Whack. Leg kick. Come on, Mark.
He's talking to him like
yeah,
that?
He goes, come on, ground and pound me. Come on, ground and pound me. Whack. Just
Damn,
whacked him with that
gangster.
leg kick. Yeah.
Pure gangsterism.
Yeah. But he's not Maurice is an interesting guy because he's not like an angry guy that he tried to, like Mark was done. He was so exhausted. But Maurice never like tried to close the deal, never tried to finish him off, just fought real smart, but was fucking with him and beating his ass.
Some guys are like that, right? Guys with real nice personalities. Like, you look at like a Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
Well, Maurice is like, he loves to play around. Like, he's a silly goose. But Conan just looked like, where I was watching him as you were taking pictures, and I looked at him, and he's so wide, and he looked like just an old, like, lion with barnacles on him, just sitting there.
Not someone you want to mess with.
No, not at all. He just looked like... There we
Are
go.
we still recording?
Yeah, there
We
we
had
go.
a little computer issue, ladies and
Heyo.
gentlemen. Are we still on Ustream?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a little issue. Oh, Dustin Ortiz with a nice straight
Yeah.
left. This is a great fucking fight. Meanwhile, we're talking about all sorts of shit from the past, and Scoggins and Ortiz are going to war.
Having a crazy fight. Oh, back kick.
This is a great fight. Scoggins takes him down again.
Hey, Brendan, thanks for making me do a wheel kick in my jeans this morning at 10 in the morning. That was a lot of fun in front of a bunch of people.
That was good for you, man.
Yeah.
That was someone else's idea, though.
Yeah, that's real good.
I had to hold the thing. What are you talking about?
What was good about it?
Nothing. nothing.
I thought Callen's gonna blow his asshole out throwing this kick.
Exactly.
These jeans, jeans were super
how
tight
often
too.
How often do you throw kicks? Like once a year?
Actually, since I've been boxing, I kick the bag now, but nothing like that. I don't throw wheel kicks. I had no business doing
Some
that.
fan
Look at
demanded
this, head and
it.
arm, head and arm.
Yeah, head and arm choke.
Oh boy.
Stuck in half guard though. Very hard to finish from half guard.
Do it from
Look at this. Dustin rolls over. Oh, Scoggins stays on him.
Unbelievable fight, man.
This is why I
Hits
love
him to the
little
right.
guys, man. They just the transitions. I love it. You don't see heavyweights moving like this. I wish
not-
I was little. I was talking to Callen the way here.
I wish I was little.
tiny, man.
No, you don't.
Callen goes, "No, you don't. It's good to be the king of the beach, bitch. I don't care about the beach. Fuck the beach.
You say you
I
don't
want to be
care
in the
about the
octagon,
beach.
Yeah,
rolling
you say
around
you
with
don't.
everyone.
Yeah.
You say that.
Meanwhile, sitting next to you, wedged in those little seats on Southwest, I wish you were smaller.
Have you ever thought about trying to go to 205?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah?
I've thought about it before. Towards the end of my career, I'll do it. I'll do one cut to it. Just like
Right.
Everyone seems to do that. It's like the older phase of the guys. They make the cut, but yeah. I mean, as right now, I'm 250 pounds, so
Jesus
it's a
Christ.
tough cut.
That's a really tough cut.
Yeah,
That's brutal.
everyone always asks me that though.
You're about 230 fight week though, right?
235.
So when you think about that, you're not watching your diet at all. I mean, you're eating healthy, but you're not. Like, think about some of the shit that some of these guys do. Like, like a guy like Weidman. Well, what does Weidman walk around at before he tries to make 205 or 185?
185?
He's a big fucking guy.
Yeah, he is. Well, this is the difference though.
85?
A lot of those guys get crazy out of shape in between fights. Like crazy out of shape. I don't. Like I don't put on like tons of weight.
Who puts on the most weight in between fights? Well, it used to be Rumble Johnson.
Yeah, Anthony Johnson just
I've never seen anything like it. He was walking around at 235. He sucked down to 170. And we were doing this movie, and I looked at him. I said, "What do you weigh right now?" He goes, "About 235." I said, "You're going to make 170 in 2 months?" He goes, "I'll make it." I think it was 6 weeks.
Is fucking madness. This fight is awesome. We should really pay attention to this fight because it's so good.
It is really good.
It's a crazy scramble. Dustin Ortiz is no joke, man. He's on the map now. Win, lose, or draw, he's on the map. Because this is a great fight.
I like how this guy's protecting his knee. Because Dustin knew, yeah, there you go for the knee bar.
Look at that. Beautiful how he
Way to get
switched
out
it.
of it, yeah.
Nice. And